Now I'm in Joshua Tree. Where am I?
Yeah, now I can definitely tell that you are not able to see me.
You appear when I look at you. You begin to sort of like ghost in a little bit.
Oh, I'm a ghost.
Yeah, you're ghosting in there.
Hello. It's just me in your virtual land, paying you a visit.
That is our next guest, having some fun testing Apple's new Vision Pro headset. Apple's first mixed reality headset blends digital content into the literal space around us. And today, you can get it yourself for $3,500. Joining us now is CNET editor-at-large Scott Stein, who's test driving this gadget literally right now. You can see it. His avatar is going to join us. Scott, can I start with the biggest question I have? Who is this geared toward? Before we get into what it actually does, who is this geared toward? Who's buying this?
It's a great question. I mean, Apple's riding a line between professionals and the general consumer market. And I think if you're a professional, you know, if you're looking at something that needs a super high res display, or you're someone who knows about creating in VR or 3D models, maybe training, that area. But then if they're pitching as a super cinema headset to the average person. Now, for $3,500, that's a lot of money, but you know, the experience in it is phenomenal. It's just that is an ultra luxury price territory.
It is, and there's some question about, you know, there aren't as many apps right now. We should point out that's your avatar on the other side.
For those who are wondering why there's now two screens and two Scotts, that's what happened.
I'm fascinated by this because I know it's a little bit heavy. It has this giant battery, and I'm picturing myself, as you point out, if you're watching a movie or maybe if you're watching sports, I just sit there on my couch with this? I mean, you can't get up and walk around with it, or can you?
You can. So the only thing is that there's a battery pack. So you have to carry that in your pocket or something, or put it in a holder. But you can actually walk around with this, and the pass-through cameras are good enough that you can basically do a lot of things. I would not recommend cooking or doing anything mission critical, but you know, you could definitely check the time. You could check messages even. It looks like you're looking at life through a camera feed. But you know, that means you could also multitask. You could run things on multiple monitors in this and check things in the outside world, which is the feeling of some sort of science fiction, you know, world that I would be living in.
Can you expand on that a little bit? Erica is tech savvy and has covered this stuff in the past. I am not.
Decades ago, before this existed.
I try to be. If you're purchasing this, what you're looking at right now, what you're seeing right now, what you're participating in right now, explain it to a normal person.
Absolutely. So what I've set up is that I'm talking on my laptop at home, which I can see through through one connection. But I'm also connected via video chat on Vision Pro. So I see the two floating together. It's like I'm sitting in the office. I can see everything in the office, but I'm also seeing a floating monitor that's doing that connection. And then what you're seeing is my persona. That's a scanned virtual identity, kind of like an avatar that Apple uses for voice connections. And it automatically works with things like WebEx, Skype, Zoom, FaceTime, which it is a computer. I mean, that they're talking about as a spatial computer. It's much more hooked in to everything that you might be doing with iOS than any sort of VR headset before.
So it's a computer on your face that looks like giant ski goggles. In reality, you know, this is sort of, you were saying, when Phil asked, which was my main question too, who is this for, right? Early adopters, people with some money to throw around. What does this become though, right? So if this is the first thing that we're going to see, ultimately, on a more accessible front, what could that look like for the average consumer?
Yeah, so there's been talk for years, and I've covered this landscape looking at this mission to get to AR glasses, you know, like those Tony Stark glasses, something futuristic that we've seen in so many films that shows you heads-up displays and you can, you know, see holograms in the real world and model them and all of that. But I think that also means melting the idea of what's a computer into something that becomes virtual that you can interact with your hands. And a lot of people talk about this literally being a vision for what's there. And I think that's what it is. Living best possible model to get that experience, obviously in a VR-like design with a battery pack. But what it's doing, blending realities, is pretty amazing because there's been nothing at this size that has done that. There's been nothing that's done that with hand tracking in the air like that altogether. And I've looked at almost everything. So I think once you do that in glasses, you could potentially use that for simulations, for training, for, you know, looking for helping someone fix something and guiding them through things in the real world, or assistance. There's like so many wild ideas there. but we're only, I feel like we're only at the very beginning, even after all this time.
Yeah, it is wild. It certainly is.
The Avatar's slick. Like this.
And slick. Scott, great to have you with us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Scott.